Hey, I'd like to inform all of y'all that in this video, I'm going to be going over everything that's in Guardian's Vault, including the check-in process, changes I've made, security measures, everything. Because this is the last version, and I want this to be a video containing everything I've ever done in Guardian's Vault. This is the last version of Guardian's Vault, even if someone escapes it. So, yeah, that's all I needed to say. The first thing the visitor does is enter the portal. After entering the portal, they enter the nether. Mind you, the guard can see everything you're doing, and there's two guards during this process, so one is constantly watching the prisoner and the other one is flicking all the levers and crap. Okay, so the prisoner flips the trapdoor down after putting all their stuff in the barrel. Wait, no. In this process, the prisoner is not instructed to not bring any of their items into the prison. Okay, so after setting their spawn, they walk into this pressure plate, which then locks them into a 1x1 hole. Then ancient debris gets pulled down, exposing them to guardians. Then they get killed, and then they respawn into the next process. Whenever the prisoner respawns, they are instructed to walk through a very, very long and slow and lava tunnel. So slow, in fact, that this footage is sped up 600% faster. Okay, after they leave the lava tunnel, they take a left turn, and then just go straight into the suffocation kill check. After they get suffocated to death, they redo the entire first process all over again. Mind you, this speed is again 600%. And then they walk forward this time because the block is no longer obstructing their path. Now, we had a bit of issues with recording, so when in the one-person kill check, the door in front of them is going to be closed, like this. But I didn't do it correctly. The guard checks if they're invisible. When no one's invisible, they let them go through. The next door in front of them is also supposed to be closed, but I had it open because I'm an idiot. Okay, so when you're here, there's going to be a barrel on the ground that you're supposed to fill your entire inventory, including your offhand, with hose. Then you put it into a chest in this next room, and then the guard manually kill checks you. However, this footage, he didn't actually grab the hose. I know he didn't sneak anything into his inventory because I instructed him specifically not to do that. So I just let it slide by, but in a regular process, if he did not bring any of the hose, he would not be allowed to go forward into the process. Okay. Next, the prisoner is instructed to set his spawn. Then after setting his spawn, he will be locked into a 1x1 room where the guard will manually kill check him to make sure he has no items. They respawn on two corners of the bed, and then the guard tells them to move into this little hole right here. He closes the piston door behind them, and then he tells them to wait until the floor moves up underneath them. When it does, they run across, and then the floor gets dropped beneath them in order to make sure that nobody's following them. Also, in the next two rooms, the guards can see everything that you're doing, so don't try anything sketchy because it's not going to work. Okay, next the prisoner sets his spawn, and then he gets dropped sand on him so he suffocates to death. He respawns into a room with hoppers on the ground, so you can't throw any items onto it. The guard tells you to stand on this netherite block. The guard pushes it up with a piston, and then you set your spawn on the bed. Afterwards, the piston netherite blocks get dropped, and then lava pours into the room, killing you. This time when you respawn, you basically go through one of the kill checks from Hades and Gaia's Vault, where the bed door opens, you set your spawn on the bed, you get killed, the other door opens, and then you respawn on the other side of the bed. When you respawn, you're instructed to go up a bubble elevator. It brings you all the way up this long tunnel. You then get pushed by two pistons, and then you fall to your death. This time when you respawn, you go through the same next two kill checks that were in the Guardian's Vault V1 and 2. You set your spawn on the bed, get shot up by arrows, then respawn on a bunch of hoppers, get shot by the guard, and then you wait. The guard will splash you with a fire resistance potion, then open the door for you to go down this long lava tunnel. After you go down the long lava tunnel, if you're not a prisoner, then you don't need to set your stasis. However, if you're a visitor, then another block to your right, as you see, will be pulled and you'll be revealed to a bubble elevator where you will need to set your stasis chamber. However, both visitors and prisoners need to go through this next step. The piston door behind you will then get opened, revealing you to a bed. You set your spawn in the bed, then the guard's blast door gets opened, and then he kill checks you to make sure you have no more items once again. If you're a prisoner, the guard hands you an ender pearl and you pearl into the guard room. However, you can't make any progress because of these two slabs. The guard then hands you a few more ender pearls so that you can pearl glitch through this door. In the next step, the guard is constantly watching the prisoner to make sure he is not doing anything sketchy like breaking redstone, breaking blocks, or anything like that. So yeah, As you'll see in this clip, I was constantly watching him to monitor his reaction, and then I just kind of stopped doing that because I'm an idiot. But anyways, you move forward, and the guard puts his key card into a key card thing, and these two doors open. You get splashed with a fire res potion, and then you go through the long lava tunnel. At the end of this process, the guard will drop down a long hole and then flip open a trap door for the prisoner. Then he will then flip it down again, and despite the footage you're seeing, I was recording in a later version of the prison, so I changed this long lava tunnel to a bunch of trapdoors with hoppers underneath them so you couldn't throw down any items. So the guard tells the prisoner to go through the whole thing I just mentioned, and at the very end of it, you come across a netherite door, which can only be opened if 2 keycards are in these 2 dispensers and both buttons are pushed within 1 second of each other. So yeah, this makes this pretty secure. The prisoner goes and then sets his spawn in the bed. After setting his spawn, the guard then will come back and kill him. After which he respawns inside the prisoner's cell. I added the suicide switch from Gaia's vault so that if the prisoner does anything sketchy, the guard can go and chunk ban them instantly. Here's a demonstration of this. There's a chunk ban surrounding the entire prison to make sure nobody can enter unless wanted. There's also 2 lava walls and a bubble wall in the middle, with soul sand at the bottom to push withers up in case someone tries to wither their way into the prison. There are over 200 Elder Guardians in the prison at all times to make sure you're getting the mining fatigue effect a few times a second. There will be no drinking milk in this prison, because every single time you get the effect away, you'll be instantly given it back. Here's a demonstration. I added the invincible end crystals in the cell from Gaia's vault to make sure nobody can do anything in the cell, including break blocks, place blocks, kill prisoner, or purr out of the cell. Currently, it's a bit hard to see with all the end crystals, so there's a texture pack that makes them invisible. If you want to get this texture pack, the link will be in the description below. There are guards checking you every 5 minutes to make sure you can't do anything sketchy like breaking a block or do anything related to escape. During recording, I decided that I would add armor stands around the walls just to make it extra sure that the visitor can't break blocks. I added a lockdown system that creates a really annoying alarm sound if you push these buttons. You have to push the green button before pushing the red button if you want to activate the alarm too, but it's kind of confusing, but anyways. So if you want to silence the alarm, you push the yellow button, and then if it doesn't work the first time, push it again. If it still doesn't work, push it a 3rd time, then it will. Yeah, it's a really flawed system. I don't know how lockdowns work. I added a chamber of magma above the cell, so if you do find a way to break the end crystals or move them out of the way or something, you can't just build up and then kill yourself to break your spawn point and respawn on the top of the cell. You'll spawn in the magma chamber. Also, in the nether, I made it a bit more secure. I added a couple layers of obsidian, and that's really all I did. I just added a bunch of layers of obsidian so that nobody can break in from the outside or break out from the inside. All of these things make Guardian's Vault completely inescapable, but there's a few other things I've yet to mention, so let's get to that right now. In the guard rooms, if you go up this way, take a right, put your keycard in, take a left, take another right, and then go up, you will be in the first guard room. The first guard room is really good. So you have a bed spawn right here, and then you respawn directly onto a thing that suits you up immediately. Afterwards, you can get off, and then there's a barrel full of arrows in this. Then there's also totems of undying, ender pearls, and milk, and ender chests for any other stuff. In the second guard room, whenever you respawn, you walk backwards, and you get suited up with armor that is better than the armor in the first guard room. After getting suited up, you can also grab some arrows for your infinity bow, and then just really anything you need. So, underneath the trapdoors, there's a bed for you to set your spawn in, and then it also leads directly into the second decon control room. In the warden control room, none of the controls can be activated unless the warden's keycard is in the keycard reader. So, until the keycard is in the keycard reader, nothing will be open and nothing will be activated. The warden also has all of the best armor in the game, stacks upon stacks of god apples, and all this other crap. Okay. He also has access to the suicide switch directly in his office, And if he goes down, then he can have his own private prisoner viewport, to where he can view the prisoner cell at any time he wants, whenever he wants, for whatever reason. When exiting the prison, you set your spawn in this bed, flip this trapdoor down and make sure it's down, then kill yourself in the lava next to the cell. After doing this, you respawn right here. You climb up this ladder, then just follow the path. You want to take 2 stacks of ender pearls, but I only took 1 because I'm an idiot. So yeah, you want to basically just pearl swim your way up. Every single 3 pearls you throw, there will be a barrel full of golden apples for you to regenerate your health with. Once you get to the top of the prison, you want to throw an ender pearl off the roof, and then kablam! You've officially exited Guardian's Vault. If you guys find a way to escape my prison, please DM me on Discord first, because there's a few protocols that I can't really mention in the video because it's super complicated and super annoying, and I'm not gonna make a freaking zombie. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't want to create a handbook for the prison, another one, because I already did, and 2, I don't want to rip off Gaia's Vault. I don't want to become a copy of Gaia's Vault. I want my prison to be its own unique thing. So if you guys have any questions about anything I didn't leave and mention in the prison, DM me on Discord. My name is on the screen right now. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please go down in the comments, tell me what you like about it. On your way down there, why not hit subscribe? Because it helps me out way more than you think it does. This prison took me forever to make. I do not want to go into how long this took me. Jesus, it took me forever. Anyways, so yeah. So I think this deserves a subscribe, honestly. So yeah, go down in the comments, tell me what you liked about it. On your way down there, hit the subscribe, like, share, comment, ring the notification bell, and as always, peace.